What's going on, YouTube? So we live in a world filled with lots of big trucks, and many of which are big and expensive trucks. They have lots of luxury and features thrown in, but they do also carry very hefty price tags. As a matter of fact, this Tundra can go almost up to $80,000 fully loaded. But what I'm standing next to right now is the 2023 Toyota Tundra SX, which is aimed at the more value-oriented customer, but still wants a really cool, awesome-looking truck. So let's go ahead and take a detailed look at the exterior of this Tundra SX and see what you're gonna get for a more value-oriented price tag. So as always, we'll start out here with the exterior design of the Tundra. Now, before I start out with the design, I want to talk about how you can get the SX package. It is based on the SR5 trim level. So that's one of the lower trim levels in the Tundra lineup, which once again is going to be why you have that lower price tag. But let's go ahead and break down what you're going to get here. We have a matte black grille up here in the front. As you can see, this has a unique grille texture design. So we have this big piece up here, a giant Toyota emblem, and then we have little smaller grille elements going down through there, as well as our safety system sensor right here. Tundra is stamped into the lower bumper area, and then you're also going to notice that we do have a really tough squared off design here for the rest of the bumper. Now, looking at our headlights, we are still going to have full LED headlights as standard equipment. It appears to be the reflector style, so that's the less premium style of headlight that you can get on the Tundra, but you would expect that for the lower trim level. And then we also do still have LED fog lights right here up in the grille. Now, one of the key elements that it's going to tell you that this is an SX Tundra are these wheels. These are 18-inch gray finish alloy wheels. They have a nice shiny texture to them. Overall, I really like the way this looks, especially when you pair it with this gray paint color. It just has an overall very good look to it, especially for a more basic truck. You're not going to have like big steel silver wheels, so I really like that they have thrown that in. I also want to point out you have some black moldings through here to make it look nice and tough. And speaking of the paint, the SX is available in 4 exterior colors only. You have this gray, you also have a white, a black, and one other color that I cannot remember. And silver, I remember now. So, and then coming on up to the rest of the design, we have blacked out mirror caps. Of course, this is an SR5 based vehicle, and also I think it matches really nicely with the wheel arches as well as the grille texture. I'm not really sure about the functionality. Toyota hasn't given us full information about this, although I do not see blind spot monitoring included in here. Now, I do also want to mention your different cab configurations because the SX is going to be limited in the number of ways that you can get it. So you can only get the double cab as well as the full 4-door Crew Max version, and you're also going to be able to pair that with a 5.5 foot bed or a 6.5 foot bed. But nothing outside of those realms, you can get the SX package. Coming around back, you're on the same wheels, wheel arches around the back. And then as far as the rear design, you're gonna have this signature Tundra look, which honestly looks really good, especially for this new generation. They've done a fantastic job of making this truck look so tough and masculine. We have Tundra spelled out in the tailgate. We have our signature Toyota badge right here. And then our taillights are still going to be the premium LED taillights, it looks like. This is a pre-production model, so some of the features may vary a little bit, but it does appear like we get the LED taillights for this SX model. We also have the LED reverse lights integrated down here, and then the particular tow rating is going to depend on what engine and cab configuration you're going to get. Now let's talk about your warranty information as well as the safety systems. That's going to be a bright spot for this Tundra. So as you saw at the front end, you had that little sensor, and that's going to have a lot of different functionalities in it. You're going to have Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 standard across every single Tundra. So even on this more basic end of the spectrum, you are going to have that system, which includes forward emergency braking and pedestrian detection, lane keeping assist with lane tracing, as well as auto high beam headlamps and adaptive cruise control. So that's a pretty rare feature for an affordable truck to have as standard equipment. Also, the warranty is going to be pretty solid. 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty, 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty, plus 2 years, 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance in typical Toyota fashion. But now let's go ahead and briefly discuss the interior. All right, guys, so as I said, we were briefly discussed the interior. So we're out here at the Toyota HQ event, and all of these vehicles are very early in their, production cycle. So this is a pre-production model, and it is locked up because there's a few features in here that are not exactly right, and Toyota doesn't want us to mislead you in what you're going to get for this SX model. So I'll just briefly peek inside and tell you what I'm seeing here. So the SX is available in cloth seating. I do know that for a fact. So it's going to be black cloth. It's going to have a really nice design. If it stays the same as this one, it has nice cool textures on the side. And it is based on the SR5 model. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. If you're wanting a good indication of what you're going to get on this SX package, you're totally going to get what you get on the SR5, maybe plus or minus a few little features here and there. Now, as far as other elements in there, you're going to have that signature boxy look. A big element I want to talk about is the SR5 is going to have the 8-inch display, and that's what I'm seeing right here. You're not going to have the full 14-inch display that you get on higher-end Tundra models, and there appears to be no moonroof. Now, I also want to mention the powertrain information for this Tundra. So the SR5 is going to come standard with a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. I assume that will be the same engine that's included on this SX model. That's going to have 348 horsepower as well as 405 pound-feet of torque. That's going to be one of the lower engine options. In the Tundra lineup, you do, of course, have that new hybrid model, and the Limited is going to give you slightly better tuning to get more power out of this motor. It's paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and as far as fuel economy, if you look at the SR5, you should have a pretty good indication of what this Tundra SX model will be rated at. But guys, that's going to wrap up this quick walk around video of the SX model of the Tundra lineup. It's a very nice addition to the Tundra lineup. Like I said, not everyone can afford one of those high-end capstone models, so I like to see that Toyota is adding more affordable trucks that look nice on the outside, as well as have nice interior features as well. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. We would really appreciate it. It helps give us access to cool cars like this to show you all as soon as possible. Also follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.